Hello and welcome to Technically Edinburgh, the podcast for and about technicians at the University of Edinburgh. My name is Lee Murphy.
And I'm Charli Corcoran, and I'm excited today to introduce our guests for this episode, the co-founders of the Early Career Technician Network, Aimee Parker and Aimee-Louise Wilkin. Aimee Parker is an assistant technician with the Department of Archaeology, and Aimee-Louise Wilkin is a teaching and research technician, and both are at the University of Durham. So welcome to the podcast, Aimee and Aimee. Thank you so much for coming to talk to us.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting us.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Really looking forward to learning some more about the Early Career Technician Network. So let's start off then. Can you just kind of introduce yourself, tell us a bit about your roles, and then I guess your connections to your network. Whoever would like to go first is fine. Aimee Parker?
So, as you said, I am an assistant technician in the Department of Archaeology at Durham. I've been working here now for 3 years. I joined the department just after I left my undergrad degree, so it was quite a quick transition, but it's been really interesting seeing the kind of background side of things as opposed to what I saw when I was a student. And I'm usually involved in supporting different areas of the department, whether that's student lab work, commercial projects, and then more general departmental tasks such as health and safety and writing documentation. And currently I'm involved in a renovation project for one of our new labs, which has been a really interesting opportunity. And as far as Early Career Technician Network goes, I am the co-founder alongside Aimee, as you said before.
My role mainly involves teaching, so I work a lot with sort of the undergrad students and the master's students on their dissertations, just sort of running through the lab processes with them that they want to do their projects on, and also helping with like practical classes and things like that. And then alongside that, I do some research on sort of behalf of the academics in the department when, they have funding to pay for a technician. And then also, as you have all said, part of the Early Career Technician Network, co-founded with Aimee, and spend a fair bit of time working on it.
So for those who may not have heard of it, who are listening, can you tell us what the Early Career Technician Network is?
Yeah. It's a national network for technical professionals who are in their early career, which we've classified as the first 10 years of your technical career. And this is run through our LinkedIn and Instagram pages, where we share and create theme posts each week around different topics. This can include CPD, networking, wellbeing and mental health, as well as skills and also Q&A posts with subject experts that we've had in the past as well.
I think when I first heard of the Early Career Technician Network, I just thought, what an amazing idea. That, it was so obvious. Like, why had nobody done it before? We know about early career researchers. It's a really well-known term. And then for somebody to kind of come up with this idea of early career technicians, I just thought, yeah, that is amazing. So, I mean, what was it that kind of inspired you to start that?
For me, it was actually that early career researchers concept. Being in academia, you're kind of surrounded by all of these, talks and seminars and programs that are available for early career researchers. But, we are also still part of the academic career, being a technician, and sort of noticing that there was that absence for me was kind of a huge push to, well, why don't we have, that definition? Why don't we have that space?
Yeah, and I think for me it was kind of similar, but more along the lines of seeing the work that the technician commitment was doing and how more senior technicians were involved in that, and kind of realising that there's a space there for early career technical voices and that hadn't really been recognised yet. So we kind of wanted to create something that made a dedicated space for early career technicians to be able to kind of voice what they thought needed change in the technical career pathway.
I think as well with that, without the pressure of sort of it being like the wider technical space, which I think can be quite daunting when you're in your early career and you don't have those skills built up, having somewhere for us as well as other early career technicians, that felt a bit sort of less pressure, less formal was good.
I was just going to say that it's so important for technicians coming in feeling like maybe they don't really belong yet in those bigger, wider spaces, or they're too nervous to walk through that door. So I certainly was when I first started. Like, I would walk to a door of a social thing and maybe just walk away because I didn't know anyone else in there. But to have a space just for your first few years of career, and everyone else is going through that as well, is really useful.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, I've definitely been in that same situation where you've walked into a room in a professional setting, not knowing anybody, and thought, well, I don't feel comfortable here, I'm going to leave.
So it's one thing having the idea of this network, but a different one to then kind of getting it up and running and the time and effort that takes. So how did you go about then starting and getting other people excited and joining?
I think it wasn't really until last year that we realised that we both kind of had a similar idea to do something. And we were on a trip last year and kind of just started talking about it and thought, actually, there's an idea here. We could do it. I think it makes it less daunting to have somebody to do it alongside. And also it's someone to keep you accountable for doing it as well. I think we've both said in the past that we would have really struggled and probably quit by now if it was just one of us doing it.
Yeah, it's nice to have somebody else to bounce ideas off of and to be there to help you with the work, so it's not like solely on one of us.
Definitely. It's so hard to get that initial idea off the ground. Definitely easier if someone is there with you doing it, and even just saying, yes, that's a good idea, do it.
So how many people have you got in your network now? Kind of how many institutes? Do you have a feel of that? I mean, you're still quite new, aren't you?
Yeah, so we do have some info on demographics. I think as of this morning, we are 317 members across the UK. So that spreads from, Aberdeen down to sort of Exeter and across to Ireland as well.
But I think it shows there's an appetite there. I mean, those are fantastic numbers in such a short period of time.
Yeah, we've been really surprised by it as well. We weren't expecting it to kick off that quickly, so it's been really great to see.
So if our early career technicians in Edinburgh were interested in joining, how would they link up and join in with this network?
So we have our LinkedIn page, which is kind of our main way of communicating with people, and that's just Early Career Technicians Network on LinkedIn. That we have a group and a separate page that you can go on, but the page automatically redirects you to the group as well. And we also have an Instagram page for anybody who doesn't have LinkedIn, and again, that's just Early Career Technicians Network on Instagram.
Great, and we can put the links to those in our little show blurb as well. If you send them over, we can do that. So it should be super easy for people to join if they want to. And who is the network aimed at then? I think we've probably covered, clearly it's aimed at early career technicians, but you do have the opportunity for people who are a bit further on in their career to get involved as well, don't you?
Yes, so we do encourage people who are, sort of not classing themselves as early career technicians anymore, maybe have been in the career a little bit longer, to join the network. And we have them under the term of ECT champions. So, they are there to champion the ECTs that are in their own institutes, in their own teams. And also, we've had a number of our ECT champions reach out and provide sort of guidance and support on posts that we've had on the network. So we had Lauren Stawkins-Hall do a post with us on professional registration. We've had Bill Surridge do a post on teaching accreditation, which has been a huge help to us because these are areas that we don't specifically know ourselves. So having, people who are joining, who are later in their career and then offering help with posts, I think is really beneficial to get the information out there.
I think there's a feeling, I mean, for myself, I've been in this job a long time, like 30 years or so. So I'm definitely not an early career technician, but I kind of feel like I am, because the technician commitment is so new. It never really felt like a career before, and now it does. And, so I get all excited and like I'm a new person. So it's good that us oldies are allowed to join as well.
We really want to honestly just invite anybody who's interested to join. We think the resources that we kind of put out, I think, are kind of useful for anybody at any stage in their career, even if they are slightly more targeted towards early career technicians. But we also we never want to put like an age on the early career technician thing, so we can target people who come into the technical career field through career changes as well, which we know is becoming more popular as well.
We have also had people who are, beyond what the 10 years of early career classifies as, say that, the posts have been helpful because things like, what you can put in on your LinkedIn profile and how to network online isn't something that, it was around, maybe like 5-10 years ago. And so those are skills that no technician really has just there, and so something that we're all kind of learning now in this space. And as you say, with the technician commitment, the landscape of being a technician and what that means as a career has changed drastically in the last 10 years. And so I can fully understand why you're saying, like, you've been in the career 30 years, but you still feel like an early career technician because it has changed so much.
And what kind of things then would technicians in Edinburgh get out of joining the network?
I think a sense of community is what we're going for. We kind of wanted to devised the aims of the network quite early on, which was to create a dedicated space where technicians could come together and share resources, share their expertise, talk to like-minded people who are in similar situations to them, but also gain experience from people who are at different stages of the early career. So whether you're right at the beginning or whether you've managed to progress up to more senior, maybe management levels, you're all classed as ECTs. So you're all welcome and you're all part of a community where you can come together.
I think we want to really emphasize as well that it's a safe space to be an early career technician. There's no silly questions, there's no wrong questions, there's no stupid questions that you can put on the network and reach out to other people. The idea is that, you ask those questions that you would ask in your early career that you maybe don't know, that, you can get an answer to, and somebody to help solve your problem.
I really enjoyed your networking campaign online that you did. Then you were encouraging everyone to connect with a couple of people that they would never have connected with on LinkedIn. That was good. Sometimes it's a bit daunting to press that button and reach out to people. So it was good to see people doing that.
I think it's nice because we had that fear definitely when we first started of pressing the button. And I will say to anybody who has that fear, it does get a little bit easier.
It's still terrifying, don't get us wrong. We're not networking experts or anything. I don't think we ever will be, but it's nice to kind of have that space now where we can say, we've tried this out and it seems to be working really well. It's still scary, but we're doing it.
But I think by connecting with people who are in the network who've joined, and then we then use our own personal profiles to connect with them, we already know we have something in common with them. So it makes it a little bit easier.
Yeah. So any favorite moments? I know you guys have only been going, a few months, is it now? But any success stories or favorite moments that you'd like to share?
I think the biggest thing for me is actually doing my first kind of public presentation. So I had the opportunity to present at the Uni 5, which is the Northeast University group that's been created recently, and that was a presentation about the Early Career Technicians Network to a group of technical managers, and it was one of the scariest things I've ever done, but it was so well received, and it kind of showed to me that I can do that. I can step into these spaces that I've never been before and be welcomed, and it was nice just to have it be such a good experience for my first presentation.
I think mine's kind of a little bit similar. So I recently finished the Herschel program with ITSS and went to their celebration event. And while there was people who sort of recognized me from the network or knew about the network and were open to talking about it. And it was really nice to know that it had reached people and that people were responding to it. And to then be able to have those conversations in person as well as online was just really nice.
I know that there are any upcoming events or meetings you want to kind of advertise that people might be interested in?
So we are going to the Technician Commitment Signatory event in November to do a presentation to hopefully get more of the word out to technical managers. And that
would be a big presentation as well. I don't want to make you nervous, but there's a lot of big people go to that one, aren't there?
Yes, definitely.
I'm not going to lie, the nerves are there.
Definitely there. And I think we also have an opportunity for our network to kind of get involved online with a professional accreditation event that's going to be led by Lawrence Dawkins Hall. So it's going to be in person in Durham, but the morning session is also going to be kind of broadcast online through the Early Career Technicians Network, and you can learn all about that as well.
Yeah, so that's on the 16th of September, so I think it comes out like the week after the podcast does, and the link will be on our network page.
Cool, thank you. So what would you say then if someone listening to this is thinking they might like to join but they're not sure?
Join us. Nothing bad's going to happen.
Yeah, give it a go. Genuinely, just press the button and join and see. If it's not for you, you can always leave. But if you do find at least even one thing that's relatable and you kind of can take away from that, then that is our job done, I think.
Yeah, I mean, we count success as reaching one person, benefiting one person. And, if you come and you join and it's not for you, that's fine. We promise we do not stalk the numbers.
No.
But also, if you want to be essentially, what they term a lurker on the network, and you don't want to really, communicate or make any comments, but are just there to sort of access the resources and to be aware of the conversation, that's fine as well. There's no pressure to be as involved as some people, just be as involved as you want to be.
That's great. Thank you very much. And I just wish you all the luck in the world to keep this going. And I think it's a great network you've started there. So well done.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for joining us and telling us about your network. It's been really interesting to hear. And everyone should go and check it out.
Yes, please join us.
Thank you. Bye. Bye. Thank you for listening. This has been an episode of our special mini-series Behind the Network, which we have created specifically for Technician Week at the University of Edinburgh. We hope you are enjoying Technician Week, and we look forward to seeing you at some of the events. Technically Edinburgh podcast is created by members of the Technician Steering Committee at the University of Edinburgh. You can find us on LinkedIn, Blue Sky and Instagrams, and you can download episodes wherever you get your podcast. Please like and review and let us know what you think of these episodes. Happy Technician Week!